Hey guys, before this episode begins, I'd like to just point out something that I found in post. So, when I originally made this review, I referred to the other member of CHROME HEARTSTRINGS as SUIC, when actually I believe that the other member is Stove. And also, there isn't a lot of documentation about the names of the artists who are in the group. So, if I have the other artist's name wrong and his name is actually not Stove, I do apologize. I do know that Little Limbo is one of the members. I do apologize for a little bit of the poor editing as far as editing Suki's name into the not Suki's name, Stove's name into the episode, because I do feel like that was like a little bit not the best. But I did it just to make sure that the proper message got sent across and that I didn't redirect people to the wrong artist. Although SUIC is still a good artist, go check him out. I just wanted to add this disclaimer in case there was any confusion. Thanks for listening and making it this far into my disclaimer. All right, enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, Amar Payton here, and if you didn't know, I like listening to music. So the thing that I'm reviewing today is actually going to be a music video. And this music video is by the experimental duo called CHROME HEARTSTRINGS. And if you don't know who CHROME HEARTSTRINGS are, CHROME HEARTSTRINGS is a duo that's made up of, I believe, Little Limbo. I think the other artist is Stove. The goal is pretty much with every song, album, like basically every release that they come out with, they make it all within 24 hours. So it's kind of impressive to see the bangers that result from, their productions. And so I decided to check this out. It was really cool that they decided to put out a music video because they usually don't release music videos. Little Limbo has very few music videos under his belt, which I guess is understandable. He's focusing on the music, but it's really cool to see him in action performing his craft as well. The thing that I liked about this song as I was listening to it, I felt like the beat went pretty hard, I feel like, which is good. And it's very signature of Qbox to just go hard and make a good sounding beat. And, it's well produced too. Like Qbox has come a long way from even just 2 years ago. He's been making music even longer than that. But Qbox is Little Limbo's main producer. And he really showed off his skill at making a beat that you instantly hear and you're like, man, this is a banger. Unfortunately, I would say that the melody does get a little bit repetitive. It just feels like it's like the same loop that's going over and over again, and there's not like a whole lot of like complex melodies. It's just like the same thing going on over and over again for the most part. And I know that, he does change some things a little bit, here and there throughout the song, but just over the course of the entire track, the melody itself remains the same. So it does get a little bit wearisome just to hear that same sound over and over again. But that's just a peripheral thing in the background. For me personally, I think it limits the replay value of it. But for most people, it's probably not that big of a deal. And it doesn't mean that the song isn't enjoyable. It doesn't really diminish the enjoyability of the song. You're still going to like the song once you hear it. If you're a fan of the stuff that Little Limbo does, the stuff Stove does, just like modern rap in general, you're probably going to like this song. Moving on to like kind of the more vocal side, I think that Limbo really, really kills the beat with this flow. Like every time I listen to the song, I get more and more impressed with how Limbo attacked the beat earlier on in the song. The only thing about it is I feel like the autotune just doesn't work with his vocals. Now, Qbox does auto-tune on Lil Stove vocals, and that sounds amazing, but for Limbo, just something about it just sounds off, and I'm not sure what it is. Limbo has sounded pretty good on auto-tune before, but just something about it on this track just seems kind of off. And, granted, Limbo more than makes up for it with his flow and how he attacks the beat to the point where, if anything, at worst, the auto-tune is just a minor distraction that, if you're not really thinking about it and trying to break it down, you probably won't even notice it. But it's just something I picked on as I was listening to the track. Stove does a good job of keeping up the energy, like at the beginning, like when Limbo hands the mic off over to him. And as I said earlier, the autotune sounds better on him. The only thing I would say, though, is that I feel like lyrically didn't bring it as hard as Limbo did. He did. Granted, this song is not like one of the most serious songs that you'll find online, even by these two artists, because a lot of the Chrome Heartstring stuff is very much focused on, freestyling and just coming up with stuff like from the dome. So, that explains why it's not like the most lyrically deep song in the world, but still, just some of the lines that he says, they don't necessarily hit as hard, like as far as rhyme scheme or as far as just like, overall content. It's just, it feels a little bit dry. Not to say that it's bad, but it's just, I do think that Limbo outshines Stove on this track, just overall, I would say. There are just some lines from both of them that just had me confused. Like, I know, like, Limbo earlier in the song says something to the effect of, I just sold my shoddy to the market, and he says that a few times. And so I was just like, where are you going with that? And, Stove peters out towards the end of his verse. I think he, ends up saying something like, I'm going to hit you with the go-kart, and then says, I don't know what I'm saying, which, while it's humorous, as far as just energy and such, it just kind of kills it as the song ends, which is a little bit unfortunate considering that the majority of the song is just a very high energy party track. So, overall, it's a fun and enjoyable song. The cool thing about Chrome Heartstrings is Chrome Heartstrings always goes hard. And this song is definitely no exception. I would definitely encourage you guys to go and listen to more of Chrome Heartstrings stuff because they have a good selection of content to listen to. They have I think at least 2 albums out on SoundCloud right now. All of their stuff is on SoundCloud. I would definitely encourage you guys to go to SoundCloud and check out Chrome Heartstrings' stuff. But by the way, the music video was directed by Qbox. It was pretty well done, especially considering that they probably didn't have lots of time to shoot. The editing was on point. I really like how they stuck to the red aesthetic that Chrome Heartstrings is kind of known by. Pretty much everything that they do visually comes with a very specific tint of red, and Qbox did a pretty good job of maintaining that consistency. So, good job on him making a good music video that's serviceable, and does a really good job of just forwarding and continuing the brands that Chrome Strings already had for themselves. So yeah, I give that a 7 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. So let me know what you guys think. If you happen to be checking this out on YouTube, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and really go over and check the song out. Let the artists know what you think of the music. The whole point of this really is to share music by underappreciated artists and kind of give them a spotlight. So I always want to put you guys towards content equality. So by all means, go check them out. Give them some support because I do think that they really, really deserve it. Thanks, guys, and yeah, thanks for listening. Tune in, and don't forget, this is Amar Payton, and I like listening to music.